Easy, man. All right. Salutes, man. What is good, man? Good evening. Less than an hour left on another 420. This being the 420 of 2026. Boy, oh boy. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully all is good.
Nickelodeon cartoon. As it currently stands, the word 420 remains most famously connected to April 20 and the worldwide celebration of cannabis, all thanks to a group of Northern California high school students called the Waldos.
Salutes to the Waldos. So it's not 420 the day. The most important part of it is 420 the time. Yeah, which could be every day. Yeah. Because they would meet up. I don't think they was meeting up on specific days. They would meet up every so often, but it was always 420. So it's really the time of day to spark up, not the day itself. But obviously, it's made itself to the day. So if you're a real smoker, if you spark up at 420 every single day, then you're really living the tradition, the true tradition. And I say 420 in the 420 during the day. Remember, there's always two times in the day. 420 afternoon, 420 morning. You feel me? If you're a real stoner, you will follow that. You will say, all right, well, you know what? From now on, I'm only smoking at 4:20 p.m. and 4:20 a.m. No matter what, I'm just going to set an alarm. If I'm at work, that's when I take my lunch break. If I'm sleeping, nigga, I'm going to get up, I'm going to smoke a joint, and then I'm going to go to bed. 4:20. Not the day, the time. Get it.
Holla!
Jonathan Pantria sent $3 salutes. It's April 20th, 2026. YESOCS Day Dios hashtag Eat Always Win.
Salutes. I would play that no problem.
Holla!
Let's get it.
Amber Always Wins sent $10 noodle arms activate. Happy 420 even though I'm sober lol enjoy for the both of us. Also let's go April giveaway. Lol oh yeah and also fuck Ron for life. He can suck a dick YOLO.
God damn. You feel me? She said, yo, Ronald, man, suck a fucking fat penis, nigga. Okay, fuck nigga. You feel me? She want them goddamn noodle arms. Huh? Yes. Yes, okay. Shout out to Amber Always Wins. All right, noodle arms activated. Happy 420 even though I'm sober. Laugh out loud, enjoy for the both of us. Also, let's go April giveaway. Shout out to you, Amber. You will have at least 2 slots. Plus, I see you a member. That's 3 slots. Good luck, mamas. Okay? Good luck. Oh, yeah. And also, fuck Ron, a.k.a. Ron's other alter ego, a.k.a. Milk Dud Head. Okay? Fuck that higger for life. He could suck a dick YOLO. Let's fucking go, Higgins. Noodle arms. Come on, mama. Come on. Fuck off me. Kiss the guns, hide the tits. Fuck going on, man. Okay? Let's keep it moving. Salutes.
Holla!
Anonymous sent $3 happy 420.
Keeps like, I know Vlad. Okay? Not saying Vlad's not a real nigga, but Vlad's a businessman. He's a businessman before anything else. He's a dollars and cents guy. He does good business, but he's not the person who, like, a lot of times we do black business. You know what black business is? You overcompensate somebody because you say, that's my homie.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody who gets on, when you're black, you always got that one homie that you knew from the hood. You give him a job and you start paying him for what he can't do. You start overpaying people for loyalty more than actually their skills.
Yeah, true.
Vlad is a dollars and cents person. Okay, cool. Hey, listen, you're my friend. You're cool, but I can't pay you that. You got to get out of here. I'm doing business.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it. But
I like Vlad.
A lot of
like
us black folks, we constantly are doing nigga business.
Nigga business.
Y'all been your man since day one. Well, that's not how business goes. You've never heard like,
yo, you know who does nigga business? Preezy, nigga. Oh my god, I'm your man's, but I'm your man's, but I'm your man's. Like, yeah, but nigga, but you don't do nothing. Like, that nigga wild. That nigga wanted me to pay him a fucking a rate, nigga, to come to the studio. What? Nigga, number one, you gotta come down, right, bro? Hold on, bro. You know, because this shit definitely be reminding me of Preezy, bro. Yeah, Preezy's a whole ass nigga, man. That nigga at one point in time, my nigga, he was trying to say that just him being there, like, was the reason that donos were coming in, and I'm just like, what, nigga, you tripping, nigga? Like, my nigga, if the donos only come in when you're here, and you're only here one weekend out the month, if I'm lucky, or if you're lucky, you know, like, then what am I doing the other 3 weeks? You know, the same nigga business that fucking Preezy was trying to run on me, Juelz was doing the same thing. Juelz at one point in time wanted me to give her half my donos. To, you know, and you know, this was during a time where, you know, when I would go live, you know, she would package it up as she wants to spend time with me. You know, oh, but you know, like, I want to spend time with you, but you're live streaming. So I say, yo, come hang out with me, you know, talk, you know, you know, you know, that's has always been my content, just chopping it up, talking, you know, you can sit next to me, nigga, you'd be like a co-star, you know, you're talking to me. I don't know if there's something. And then, you know, like, you know, then Higgins is like saying, what up, Juelz? What up, Juelz? What up, Juelz? My nigga, one point in time, she said, you know, like I am the co-host, I'm half the show, so like, you know, I should get half the donos. Like, nigga, I'm down to, like, here's the thing though, like, right, I'm down to pay Higgins, you know what I mean? But like, what do you bring to the equation that adds more onto the plate, right? Like, you know, for instance, you know, let's just do real small numbers, right? If I'm able to produce $50, right? I'm able to produce $50. And then I ask you, hey, you know, come join me. And then when I go to look, I'm still only producing $50. Why do I have to pay you? You know, now, let's say I could produce $50 on my own. And then you included somehow, some way, it jumps up to 100. Then I get it. Okay, then I get it. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to pay you more than what has been brought in. Right? And at the same time, you know, a lot of people forget that, bro, they just want, yo, Zay, you know, like, pay me, Zay, give me the money. But my nigga, like, when it's time to pay taxes on any of this stuff, you know, it's not like you're paying taxes. I'm giving it to you cash. But there's still a transaction that says that I'm getting it. You know, so, you know, what I mean by that is that if I could produce 50 on my own and you help me produce to where I get to 100, I'm not just giving you the 50 that got me to the 100. Okay, that would make no sense. I didn't make none of that. So, like, why do I need you then? I could just make the 50 on my own. Really, what you're doing is you're running my numbers up on the back end and then expecting to get paid in cash. You don't do nothing. You know? If anything, I'm taking more of a risk. Now I got, my taxes are higher now. And these niggas don't ever understand this. You know, and I had to understand it after taking losses by doing nigga business, by helping my friends. Yeah. After a while, you start saying, oh shit, I'm losing here. Oh, cool. So what I'm going to do is, you know, I'm going to create the $50 on my own. Okay. Well, you come in, you going to make 100.
Holla!
Jonathan Pantria sent $2. Juelz and Preezy wanting anything than just hanging out, having a great time is diabolical egregious shit. Why ESO no este Dios coño main.
Hold on. What the fuck happened over here? Why my shit doubled? Hold on. We got to bring that back for a second. Hold on. I got one there. StreamYard. Oh, I know why. Because I used this to I got to get rid of this. That's why. Get rid of this and then bring this back, man. And we should be good.
Holla!
Jonathan Pantria sent $2. Juelz and Preezy wanting anything than just hanging out and having a great time is diabolical egregious shit. Yeso no este Dios coño main.
Yeah, them niggas is some fucking leeches, nigga. I'm so glad I got rid of them Higgins. Bro, you know? And yeah, you know what's funny too? Because like Higgins is always like blaming it on Pebs. Yo, Pebs made that nigga lose his friends. I'll be like, yo, listen, if Pebs is the one that helped in all that, then boy, oh boy. I appreciate Pebs, man. Pebs helped to get two fucking sucking ass Higgins out my life. Juelz worse. Like Preezy's like not even like that much, but Juelz is worse. Like, you know, Higga, I was dedicating time, energy, like, you know, into some fucking kids that are not mine so that she could just be out acting like a fucking booty boyki. Boy, oh boy, I'm so glad I got rid of Juelz, my nigga. I do not regret that whatsoever. I don't miss that broad, not one fucking bit. Man, it is F that hoe forever, my nigga. I look back and I'd be like, yo, how the fuck did you even fall for that? And you know what? That's that. Oh, but I love my kids, you know, that a man says. Now I know that, you know, someone could look at me and say, but that's not your kids. Like I'm saying though, I was in their life, so I loved them like they were mine. And you know, that is the experience that man gets, you know, when he has a effed up baby mamas. His baby mamas is just using him, you know, for what she could get out of him instead of just, you know, helping to keep the bond between the children and the father, you know, at its highest peak, right? It really was just babysitting. It really was. And the thing is that Higgins used to clown me back then, say, you're just a glorified babysitter. And I wouldn't even let that affect me. And it wasn't until after that I said, oh shit, nigga, you was a glorified babysitter. You know, the bitch was just using you, you know, crazy, bro. Crazy shit. Shout to Jonathan though. Let me see where you at, man. Let's go. Juelz and Preezy wanting anything than just hanging out and having a great time is diabolical, egregious shit. Y eso no es de Dios, coño, man. Yo, and here's the thing though, money. You know what I mean? Like even like when it had to do with like streams and stuff like that, you know, I would always be down to like pay for stuff. You know what I mean? Like I never asked them to pay for anything in my stream. Right? If it was something we had to do in my stream, I never asked them to pay for anything. If anything, I found ways to try to get them paid. You know what I'm saying? Even down to that last instance that I had with Preezy when he came that weekend, he bought weed, you know, and you know, he was telling Higgins that I forgot what the arrangement was. He was telling Higgins that, or I think he may have piggybacked off, man. Maybe not. Remember, it's funny because it links to controller. But remember, there was a time that I was like selling like this is when Ronzo Altigo first got me the bubbler, I think. And I think I said, yo, you know, I'm down to do like rips and shit for money, you know. It was something along them lines. And Preezy said, yo, I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of weed and you know, maybe you could do like fire sales, but via like do it weed style. We'll figure out a way to do a weed style. And I told Preezy, bro, figure it out, whatever you want to do, figure out whatever number you got on it. And whatever I do, nigga, whatever I get high off, you could keep all the profit. I don't want anything. You, my mans, you know, the thing is as my mans, I just want to think of a way to get money. I don't want you to just sit at my table and say, Zaya, pass the chicken. Zaya, pass the steak. Zaya, pass the corn. Zaya, pass the rice. Like, no, nigga, like, when are you going to pass something? Okay, or at least like bring something to the table. Like Preezy's one of them niggas that comes to the table with nothing, my nigga, nothing, you know. And then you know, like still living off of like an idea that he gave me years ago. That even, you know, I would get it if I sold fucking hundreds of thousands of t-shirts. But bro, that wasn't even like one of the highest grossing shirts by a long shot. It was just the extra piece, like the unauthorized over the eyes. Like, Higga, stop it. Stop it, boy. Okay, what the fuck are you talking about? You're acting like you invented the wheel. You didn't. You just put the thing over the eyes, my nigga. Okay? Or talking about some fucking broad that fucking wasn't feeling your pimping, nigga, and sent you packing. You know, all of a sudden it's my fault why the bitch don't want to fucking, you know, just come and be a fucking loser to you, another loser. You can't even house the broad, my nigga. You know, you live with your baby mamas. Your baby mama's fucking cracking that whip, putting belt to ass. You know, and you make it sound good. Oh, yeah, nah, I do what I want, man. Stop it, boy. Okay? I stop it, my nigga. I knew when y'all niggas moved into that fucking dump over there off of Cimarron. Shit, boy, let me tell you something. And here's the crazy part. And this would only Preezy would only know this, right? So if that fucking fat SpongeBob ass nigga listening right now, my nigga, that block where you make the right and you go into that complex, you know that I lived at the very end of the block, right? That was like when I first got home from the military and I got out of a divorce. I lived in that back apartment back there. And even myself living there, I was telling myself, boy, this is a fucking dump. And that was the nicer property in the back. You live in the shittiest one in the front, my nigga. In that little ass apartment. I remember, you know, I think I only ever went to see Preezy one time at his crib. You know, it was more so like, yo, I got the hangout spot. Come hang out at my spot. Right? I went one time to pick up some fucking shoes, bro. Man, it was a fucking dump. A fucking dump, nigga. Okay? A fucking bum ass nigga swearing that he always got fucking ideas. Then why don't you put them ideas to work, my nigga? Like, why you need me for? You know what I mean? Why you need me for? He could seen that he could do a live stream? Man, that nigga ain't done shit, nigga, since I told that nigga to kick rocks. Okay, he did that one stream after, you know, acting all cool and never again, nigga. What happened to the studio? Out the window. What happened to the internet, nigga? Out the window. Okay, I'm good. I'm glad too, nigga. I'm glad. You know, you got a couple of higgers over here that fuck with you. You know, cool, yeah, but I'm glad that you are not able to benefit anything off of me. I'm glad, nigga. You know, you ain't have it anyway, my nigga. You have like the fake version of. You know, it's weird. I don't even know how to say it. It's like a fake version of himself. You know, you tell that nigga to be himself. Like when he's off camera, he different. But like when he get on camera, like he think he trying to play the rapper role, or he trying to sound like he the smartest nigga in the room. Nobody knows anything other than him. Boy, kick fucking rocks, nigga. You never brought nothing to the equation. And at one point in time, you know, shout out to J-Fam. You know, J-Fam gassed you, nigga. And I don't mean this in a bad way. J-Fam likes your music and stuff like that. But and let me rephrase that. J-Fam didn't gas him. He got gassed by J-Fam giving him props on his music. He got gassed. So J-Fam didn't do it to him. He got gassed. J-Fam, I'm pretty sure, like, honestly likes the music, right? But he got so gassed that J-Fam would salute the music that nigga hit me and talked about my nigga like he wanted to get paid off of him being at the studio. And I'm like, yo, my nigga, but when you at the studio, you're not paying me. Like you come there, you come, you stay. And not that I ever asked him to pay me, but like, my nigga, how can you ask me to pay you just to be somewhere when technically like I could be charging you for being here? It's not like you get a hotel, nigga. You come down once a month, right? So that you could use the Florida marijuana card and get all the marijuana that you can. So you come one time a month from Georgia to get all that weed. You would think that, you know, in all honesty, and I should have done this, you know, me trying to help a friend, I didn't. But now I look back and I say, you know, even with Juelz, I should have done it, right? With Preezy, I should have told that nigga, you got to give me some of the weed. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me something out of there. When you go max that card out for the weed, you know, you got to. And here's the thing. I would have said, yo, my nigga, like, I'll even pay for the weed, but you should have to get some off your card for me. You know, I used to ask Juelz to do this, and Juelz used to still give me a time. Meanwhile, Juelz got a card herself, and then she got a friend of hers to get another card where she uses that card. So she got 2 cards. She get 2 cards worth of weed and would give me a hard time babysitting her fucking kids. I'm telling her like, yo, nigga, leave me a blunt or something. I used to say, yo, leave me 2 blunts. Yo, we can't negotiate that, man. What about 1 blunt? I'm like, yo, bro, you pay the babysitter that you trust, you automatically pay them $100. You know, I'm not asking you for money to babysit, you know, what I see as my kids, right? They're not mine, but I look at them like mine. But damn, my nigga, you can't even leave me something to smoke on, nigga. You know, I say 2 blunts, you're like, yo, what about 1? And then, you know, like, even when it was the 1, okay, but yeah, let me roll it. What the fuck? Man, I'm so glad that them fucking hoe ass niggas is out of my life. Okay. Preezy just a fucking bum nigga that never brings nothing to the equation, and fucking Juelz just a fucking user, nigga. Okay, just a user. And I hope that the shit fuck around and turns around and fucks her over in the long run, nigga. Whether it be the from Chicago for Chicago nigga that who knows that nigga probably already getting cheated on, or whoever new comes in her life, I hope she meets a nigga that uses her. You know, y'all better use her quick because she running out of that motherfucking what you call it, the insurance money, nigga. That insurance money almost gone, nigga. She about to be paycheck to paycheck, Juelz. You know, well, during the time that I was with her, she was baller, Juelz. Like all y'all niggas thought she was baller. Boy, that was me holding in the secret, nigga. Bitch ain't baller, nigga. She just got fucking insurance money. But that insurance money is slowly but surely calándose. Jonathan, I wasn't around for most of the Juelz situation, but what I did see, you really looked out for her and her kids, in my humble opinion. They both really played themselves. The fucking audacity of them two had. Thank Pebbies, they ain't around anymore, in my humble opinion. Yeah, listen, that's the one thing that I give to Pebbies. You know, Pebbies didn't get in my ear and say, yo, fuck them Higgins. Them Higgins ain't shit. No. What happened is that my friendship with Pebbies made them Higgins expose themselves. It made them Higgins start acting different. You know, ain't that crazy? That's usually what happens, though. You know, there is not one friendship there's not one relationship that has been broken because Pebbies is in my ear saying, yo, that person is fucked up. No, it always is that people are mad that I'm cool with her, that they start disrespecting me because I'm cool with her. And at that, you know, in them instances, I'd be like, nigga, man, kick rocks, nigga. I'm not gonna let you fucking disrespect me, nigga. You know, even down to look, the Zinpulse nigga. That nigga used to say, man, I can't come over here and support you, Zaya, because, you know, I don't fuck with Pebs, right? And my nigga, nobody even know it. That nigga is fucking hitting Pebs. I don't know if it's text or DM. Nigga spilling his whole fucking life story on some fucking bitch that played him. And then you know, not even man enough to say, you know what, Zaya, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I played myself. I'm over here telling you that I can't fuck with you because of her, but fucking with her on the low. You know, it's always been this weird shit, you know, and shout out to Peb because, you know, I say weird shit that involves Pebs, but it's not Pebs' fault. It's niggas that have acted different because of Pebs. All right. But then, you know, this impulse nigga, man, hoe shit, nigga. Hoe shit. It's just straight hoe shit, nigga, you know, and again, I'll tell that nigga, he knows how I feel. I'm never going to change how I feel, you know, even if me and him don't have like an issue or nothing. My nigga, that's hoe ass shit. You went out as like a real hoe ass nigga. Okay, all that shit you talking, nigga, and you fucking telling your whole fucking life story to fucking Pebs, bro. What the fuck? Crazy, right? And didn't even, you know, not even man enough to say, yeah, Zay, you know what, you right, my nigga. My fault, nigga. Okay, that, you know, sometimes that's all it is. My fault. Yeah, it's no big deal. But I'm just saying, my nigga, like you going around telling people to, you know, or at least not telling people, but anywhere that anybody's asking you, you saying, yeah, I can't fuck with Zaya because you know, I don't really like Pebs. But then don't even, you know, niggas don't even realize that you behind the scenes talking to Pebs. You know? And that's not the first time that shit has happened. So like, I don't know, man. I'm good though, man. Shout out to Pebbies though. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Pebbies, man. Should Pebbies be pissing these niggas off? And I think that's why I fuck with Pebbies. You know, I've got the same thing where I know that I piss people off and I like it. I like the ability to piss niggas off. You know, fuck them niggas. You feel me? This is my life, nigga. Them niggas are just characters in my shit. And fuck them niggas. You know, it piss you off and fuck your whole day up, nigga. You know, and then go off, nigga. You know, and lay in bed, nigga, and just relax and sleep. I sleep like a baby. Even now, more than, well, I don't sleep like a baby because that fucking mutt nigga keeps me up all night. But you know, like that little Hickman, man, I love that fucking dog, man. Yo, I love that fucking dog. That nigga be having me fucking cuddling with that nigga and all types of shit. And he do the same thing though. He be cuddling with me, nigga, and just, you know, putting his little cold nose on my nose and shit like that. Yeah, that nigga trying to hypnotize a nigga, bro. I feel it.
Like, you never heard Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk like, Y'all fired that nigga.
Fucking
Oh,
dog, man.
that was my man since day one. No, did you do the job? What are you bringing back? What does the number say? That's really how business goes. Vlad treats it like that. So does Adam. Ironically, it's the white dudes that treat it like that. You know who usually don't treat it like that? It's black folks.
And Hispanics.
So there's a lot of people that have collected checks probably from me, Joe Budden, Charlemagne, from Sean.
Chat. I'll see y'all later, man.
Gorilla booty cheeks, we clapping them gorilla booty cheeks, clapping them gorilla booty cheeks. We clapping gorilla cheeks, we clapping gorilla cheeks, we clapping gorilla cheeks. We clapping gorilla cheeks, we clapping gorilla cheeks, we clapping gorilla cheeks. We clapping